Included with your course is a set of working files. Now, hopefully we've tried to make these working files easier to access and find in that they've been divided into a number of chapters. So you can see here it goes from 2 to 17 because there are no sample files with chapter 1. In each of these chapters, if I pick on 2 for example, any file that has been used during the parts of that chapter will be available here for you to open, have a look at and make use of. Now in the first chapter there, chapter 2, there's not many, but as you move through, chapter 11 for example, there are a lot more reports, all of which have been used through the actual training. Now sometimes a report will be used and opened in the training, and then the result of that will be saved. For example, here we have employee report for dates. That has been used in the training as a demonstration. The changes that have been made to that report during the training have then been saved as employee report for dates _ result. And you'll find that there's a few of those throughout the working files. This one here, for example, AdventureWorks customer contacts null in concatenate _ result. So that's the result of the training that has taken place on the screen, so that you can actually see the before and the after effectively, and see if you can replicate the same things. Now also in our Crystal reports, there is a databases folder, and this contains all the sample databases that have been used throughout the training process. There are a number of Access files, a couple of Excel files, and then this exe here, which is the SQL Server installation file. Now that has a separate bit of training reel on how to install that, so you'll see that shortly. And then the other files, here for example the Access ones, have been supplied in 2 formats, MDB format, so that's previous to Access 2007, and then ACCDB, which is Access 2007 and beyond. And the same with the Excel, we've got sales data mugs in XLSX format, which is 2007-2010, but we've provided the same information in .xls format. So if you've got older versions of Excel and Access, you're not having to force yourself to upgrade your Office so that you can make use of the working files. You can still use these older format for the Excel and the older format for the Access. So those databases are all in the separate databases folder. All the Crystal reports samples are in each of the appropriate lessons. So if you're in lesson 13, you can open lesson 13 and see the files that are being used in there. Quite a small lesson by the looks of it, because there's only 3 files. But some of the larger lessons have a lot more, for example lesson 11. Hopefully you'll find these working files of some use to be able to show you the start and an end point of the process that has been carried out during a particular lesson.